I apologize. I had YouTube running in the background and didn't realize it. Hello, all of you wonderful people. Happy Saturday to all of you. I hope your day has been going well. I apologize for the late start. Stephen P. had a couple of squirrel moments and ran a little over with the wheel of you lose. So I decided to push back just a little bit just to give him a chance to get that finished. So I will kind of go through and say hello to everyone that I see so far. Hillbilly Aquatics was in first. Hello, hello. Ricky De Hoyos, Scotty Aquati, Mystery Snail Guardian, snailed it. Zen Ginger, Mark Storlson, Geek Boy. Hopefully I'll have more people coming in here as Stephen P ends his stream. Quite a bit to talk about actually today. Lots of new fish have arrived, lots of new fish have been purchased. Our lovely sweet little kitty Harley Quinn actually gave birth to a kitten on the 9th. That was a very interesting night. But so far, mom and baby are doing really well. This kitten was unfortunately the only one that survived. The first one was born not even developed. And it's probably because she's pretty young. But the kitten that did survive is doing really well. Josh has named it Honda, although we do not know if it's a boy or a girl because mom is Harley, so baby is Honda. And I'm actually going to see if I can't share a picture of this cute little baby. Maybe. There we go. Let's see here. So this is the super duper cute little baby and mom laying snuggled up in their little bed together. Super duper super cute. Very spunky little kitty cat too. Very vocal. So that's been an interesting thing to have in the house, a new sweet little kitty cat. We got a couple of other fish. I don't want to talk about them too much just because we are currently in the process of moving some tanks around and getting some stuff set up and recording that today, so I don't really want to spoil anything, but you can see I have the axolotl, one of the axolotl tanks behind me. I touched up the back part of the tank where I had painted it black just because we're going to be moving some stuff around today, and I figured we have the paint out, we're painting, why not? So that was another thing that got done today. And when this stream ends, there is going to be more shuffling things around, more painting, more recording, more video stuff. So it's been a pretty busy Saturday, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And sorry, just checking my phone real quick here. I know I have more to talk about. I know I do. I'm just having a squirrel moment myself, and I can't remember everything that I wanted to talk about. I should have written everything down. So I'll think of that eventually. I know that I personally put out a new video that showcased the new shrimp that I got, and also the new batch of guppies that I got from Stephen P. And I believe I did get a little bit of video of our new Fahaka puffer, Frank, who is pretty much the reason why we are shifting tanks around and moving stuff and finishing painting the 150 and all that good stuff. Because we saw him and got him. So there you go. And okay. Ben Backstrom, don't know if I said hello to you or not, so I'm going to say hello again while I'm trying to get everything situated and continue to talk. Not too many of you in here at the moment, but that's okay. I may not end up going my full time just because we still have a lot of stuff that we need to get done today. Um, and I would rather get it all done in one day versus, partially today and then more of it tomorrow. It's just going to be way easier if we can get everything done today, get it all where it needs to be, get everything set up. But it's a lot to do, so we may actually not get it all done today, which is okay. But I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if I end up going my full allotted time or if I end up cutting out early so that we can get back into getting everything done because tanks are dry. They are ready to be moved now. So the faster I can get that done and get back into getting that done, I guess I should say, the better. Just because I'm anxious to kind of get everything where it needs to be. And then there's going to be, dirtying and sanding and filling, and it's a whole thing. You guys already know. You already know. So, that's pretty much the most exciting thing that we have going on, I guess, is just getting everything rearranged. And I don't really know that it's exciting because this 150 is heavy, so I'm not really looking forward to it, but it must be done. So gotta do what you gotta do, right? The things we do for our fish and for our hobby. Just trying to keep an eye on chat and YouTube and on StreamYard just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because I always feel like I'm missing something or someone. If anyone has anything cool and exciting going on, feel free to put that in the chat. Let me know. We can talk about that a little bit. Black bar endlers. I have black bar endlers coming from Skull. If everything went as planned, those were supposed to be shipped today to be delivered here on Monday. So really excited about that too. Love my small fish. These black bar endlers are just absolutely beautiful in my opinion. And so I can't wait to add those. Those are actually going to go in the 75 with Josh's endlers, guppies, shrimp. They're going to go down there because my 10-gallon is bursting at the seams. I have no more space. I don't want to add any more adults to that tank just because there's so many babies and that it's already bursting at the seams, and I'm probably going to have to separate most of them anyway. So yeah, not going to add any more of those, but we do have that to look forward to. Hopefully if those show up on Monday, we'll be able to maybe share some pictures and talk about that a little bit more on Josh's live stream on Monday night, hopefully. So fingers crossed on that one. We will see how that goes. And like I said, it's just going to be, it'll be dependent on if Skull was actually able to get those shipped out today, if the weather and everything was good in his area. I know today here it is super cold, but I did already relay that information to him. Told him that it was going to be super cold today, but tomorrow through the rest of the week we're supposed to be, 50s and 60s. So weather is going to be great. There shouldn't be any issue with them getting to me on time. So fingers crossed. Barbara Jackson, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. So yeah, definitely we have that coming. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't know if Josh wants me to talk about it, so I'm trying to keep it under wraps, just to be sure. Liquid Zoo only fins, hello. No, I don't think I said anything to you or pertaining to you. I said hello to Barbara Jackson and welcomed her to the stream, but that's about it. working on tanks is what we should be doing right now, but we took a break to let the 150 dry because like I said, I touched that up. Um, so we're waiting on that to dry, so that's why I took the time to do my stream, because I was actually not going to, but it actually worked out. Let the tank dry, go ahead and do the stream. Wait, you thought I was the boss? No. Okay, so see, there have been times in the past where we got something, or, we were in the works of something fish related, and I mentioned it on my stream and was not supposed to. So now I do the best that I can to not really say anything unless it pertains to my tank or something that I am doing with my fish. So, yeah, just because I don't know what Josh wants me to mention and what he doesn't want me to mention, so I'm trying to keep it just pertaining to what I have going on. I mean, we're moving tanks, and we have already mentioned that before, that we had to get some tanks moved around because we have to get this 150 going, so mentioning that isn't a big deal, but some of the other stuff, I'm trying to keep it under wraps just in case, because we are actually recording a video of the progress. So that'll be up on Josh's channel once it's done and he's got it edited and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So no, I'm not the boss. Only sometimes. Maybe. Or maybe he just lets me think that. I don't know. Guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Does anyone have anything exciting going on for this weekend? Anything fun? Any new fish? Any new plants? New tanks? Anything fun? I mean, we have a lot going on, but I'm just not talking about it. Because, don't want to. I do need to get this tank turned back around though, but because all of that being black is sitting there like that is really bothering me, but I don't see any point in shifting it around and moving it back to where it was when I'm not exactly sure where we're going to move it. So I'm just kind of letting it sit there, but I can see it and it's driving me nuts. Mark Sturlson, it's a long weekend and you're working every day of it? Yuck. I'm so glad that I have a job now where I only work Monday through Friday. Working weekends is the worst. And it's so hard to plan to do anything when you're working on the weekends. Not a fan. Hopefully at least your shifts go by quickly. Hopefully. Sorry guys, Minnie Metalhead was down here. Every time she comes downstairs, Harley follows her down, and then she has to go back upstairs, get Harley to lay back down with the baby. It's become a whole thing. It's been quite interesting because the girls we've never had kittens with the girls being this old. So it's a brand new experience for them, which I love watching this experience through their eyes. I love experiencing it for the first time with them. Because, we've had so many litters of cats, with me from the time I was very young. We were constantly having cats. So, for me, it's nothing new, but it's really cute to watch them experience it for the first time. Barbara Jackson, your Blythe Creek are amazing me still being alive. They've gone from eyelash size to fingernail clipping size. Nice. Mark, yeah, after 48 years of shift work, I mean, I can see you being used to it for sure. I've done it in the past. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely had my jobs where I worked weekends and I had, 2 or 3 days off through the week, and I think the only good thing about it was, if you needed to schedule a doctor's appointment or anything like that, those days off that you had through the week made it super easy. You didn't have to miss a day of work to go to the doctor, but other than that, it's just dreadful. Not really a fan. Let me see here. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing anything. So what else? What else? What else? What else is going on? Oh, yeah. I guess speaking of doctor's appointments, myself and both of little metalheads, had eye appointments yesterday. That was quite an adventure. We had to pick a new eye doctor because my insurance changed and all of that good stuff. But we definitely picked a really fun eye doctor, and he actually had us all three in the exam room at the same time, so that we were just taking turns in that exam chair, getting our eyeballs looked at and all that good stuff. All three of us needed glasses, so now we're waiting on those to come in. Um, but I was glad that I was able to actually finally get it done, because it had been a few years since our last appointments, and Minnie Metalhead really, really needed a new prescription. Her eyes are not good at all. So, really excited for these new glasses to come in for her, so that she can actually see again. So that'll be nice. And I took a vacation day to be able to go and do that, which I hated to have to do, but it is what it is. Barbara Jackson, I worked retail for years, always, always, always had to work at least one weekend day. I did miss a lot of social stuff with our Monday through Friday friends. Yeah. Um, yeah. Definitely know how that goes. On my one day off in a row on Thursday, I did water changes on all, 6 tanks and the tub of baby blue-eyed lemon plecos. Lemon plecos! Oh my goodness. Oh, I bet they're adorable. I love baby plecos. They're so fun. All of our plecos are, anywhere between 13 inches and 18 inches long. They're definitely, well, no, I take that back. We do have a bristle nose that is super tiny. Do love him though. And we have some super reds. They're probably 4 or 5 inches. Those came from Steven at SC Aquatics. Love those guys too, though. They're fun. This axolotl is over here going absolutely crazy. She's super active during the day, and she's like swimming around being goofy. She's much happier now that she's in a tank by herself. I don't know if I can really even. No, of course not. The chair. Well, you can kind of see her. She is definitely super active. More active than our other two axolotls, that's for sure. You catch her swimming around like that during the day all the time, which is quite weird because the other two axolotls usually sleep during the day and they're up at night, which is typically pretty normal for an axolotl. But no, not Freya. She likes to be up all day and sleep all night like a normal person. Mark Sterlson, love the super reds. I have 3 in the Mabuna tank. Yeah, our super reds are in a tank with Corey's and I don't even remember what else is in that tank, and I can't really see it because the axolotl tank is kind of in the way right now. But We have them, we have our Super Reds in a 35-gallon hex, and they absolutely love it in there. And they do really well with the other fish, and the other fish do really well with them, so it works out beautifully. But these Super Reds, when Steven actually sent them to us, were probably only, an inch or so, and now they're about 3 or 4, and they're just, but they're so much fun because when they're in the tank just right, sucked up on the glass, you can actually see their little bellies, and it's the little belly for me. I love it. They're just adorable. Okay, I don't know what she's doing, but she's like acting like she's trying to climb out of this tank. Forgive me. I have to get Mini Metalhead to come down here for a minute. Because I have never seen her do that before, so I just want to make sure that she's okay. Yeah, Matt, I think I actually remember, if I remember correctly, you got your Super Reds right around the same time we got ours from Steven. They're super fun, though. I absolutely love them.
It's okay.
No, but she was over here in the corner and she kept acting like she was trying to climb out of the tank, so I just.
It's fine. She can't get out because there's a lid.
Well, I know, but I just had never seen her do that before.
She's okay. She's in her I want to scare people
Yeah.
hour.
Okay, she's just trying to scare me. Typical Freya. She's good at that.
I think I could try this one.
Mhm.
Because I don't have any other kids.
Mhm. Okay, goodness. Yeah, she's just over here being silly, but she had me freaking out because she looked like she was trying to climb out of the tank, and I didn't know if she was like, "Get me out of here! It's too hot! Get me out of here! Something's burning me!" I didn't know.
No, she just wants to
That's
scare
typical
you.
Freya, apparently. I'm realizing that this tank, we're gonna have to top the water off while we're moving stuff around because this one's low again. And that is where Frank the Fahaka currently resides. And I was checking to see if he was out so that I could show you guys, but he's not out. He's hiding, which he's good at. But he's only like an inch long, so he's really hard to see in that tank right now anyway. And then you guys can kind of see there's all those stones and stuff in there, rocks in there. And he loves to hide under those and in those. So it's not always easy to see him. Oh, he is out. Again, he's just super hard to see, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to actually, show you guys, probably. No. Okay, well, I was going to try. Sorry, whatever. It's okay. You'll see plenty of video of him because I'll be sharing videos, and I know Josh has shared a few videos as well, so we're definitely documenting him as much as we can so that we can kind of watch him and his progression as he grows. Because I think it's going to be really cool as he grows to look back and be like, man, he was so small. He was just so tiny. Because I know he won't be that way forever. So, definitely going to be fun to watch him grow. What else? What else? What else? What else can I talk about?
Finished.
Fish, I know. I've talked about my shrimp. I've talked about my Stephen P. guppies. I have talked about Frank.
Did you talk about the biscuits?
Not really, because that's kind of more of your dad thing. Which we'll probably talk about on Monday. So, my hair is doing a really crazy. standing up all weird.
Save it again.
No, I'm trying to let this grow out, so that's why whatever. It's just gonna look goofy. Okay. Hmm. And then the camera, there we go. Trying to think of what else. Again, if anybody has anything they would like to talk about, any questions, anything like that, please feel free. Adele, hello. I did. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to share it again because there weren't very many people in here when I did this before. So. Oh, the beta. Yes. See? Thank you. He is actually doing really well. He's got himself his own little domain down in the basement on his own little shelf. Doing really well, eating really good. Somebody had made a name suggestion that we call him Grimace, and I actually kind of really liked that name, but I still haven't like picked 100% picked a name for him yet. But he is doing really well. I actually will probably need to go down there when this is done and check on him and give him some food. Jimmy P, hello. So I did share this once. However, there weren't very many people in the room when I shared it. So I'll share it again for anybody who may have missed. Our kitty cat, Harley Quinn, had herself a baby on the 9th. And that is them laying together, just being absolutely sweet, side by side. And Josh named this cute little stinker Honda. So mom is Harley, baby is Honda. Kind of fitting, I think. But definitely just loving having another kitten in the house. And it's so sweet. We don't know a boy or girl yet. I did look just to see if maybe I would be able to tell, because sometimes you can. It looks to be a boy, but I feel like it might still be too early, so we don't know yet for sure. We just call it baby or Honda. Should be Triumph. Well, I think the reason why he named it Honda, like I said, is because Harley was given her name because we found her hiding underneath his Harley when it was like super cold and snowing. And so, next step in the bike world, I guess, for him is Honda. I have a Honda motorcycle, so it works out, I guess. But the name fits. I feel like it fits. And she's being a very, very good mom, doing really well taking care of it. So that's the best I could ask for, especially in the situation. That poor little thing was born breech, and the one that was born before her wasn't even developed. It was just, so I know that was traumatizing for her, and then this one coming out breech was extremely traumatizing because she had to be helped. So Honda definitely fits this poor little thing. Can't wait to see update pics of the little one. Oh yeah, trust me, there will be tons and tons of kitten pictures on my Facebook, like constantly, because baby kitty. Love baby kitties. Yeah, Adele, the whole experience with her having this baby and just the whole experience from that night was just quite rough. I actually as she went into labor, I called my boss and I was like, my kitten is in labor. I don't know, I don't know how this is going to go because she's super young. I may be late to work tomorrow. And I did end up going in just a little bit late because I was up pretty late with her, just making sure that her and baby were okay. But yeah, it was definitely an experience for sure. Patrick Hardy, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. I just saw Mama. Oh, she's going back upstairs to her baby. Okay, so yeah. B Wizzle, hello. Yeah, I know at some point I'm going to need to get the baby in there just to make sure that everything is okay. But so far, trust me, this little kitten is very vocal when mom leaves and then goes to sit back in the basket. Kitty meows, and it's very healthy meows. It's eating like it should, definitely getting enough to eat. And she's doing a really good job taking care of it. But yeah, I know that I am going to need to get it in and make sure that everything is okay with it, especially because of the breech birth. I'm going to need to make sure that, all limbs and everything are okay. But so far, so good. Yeah. I'm going to level with you. I've not ever done that in the past. Probably a good idea to do it, but I've never done it in the past. But I probably should. Because I definitely do, once I know that she's healed up and good to go, I definitely do need to get her fixed because I don't want this happening to her again. So, and there have been a couple of times when she's gone to the back door, like she wants outside and we're like, no, your baby is literally only like 3 days old. You are not. Adele, I mean, technically, I don't have to. She's not showing any signs of, she's not showing any signs of anything being wrong with her, and baby isn't showing any signs of anything being wrong with it. So, I mean, it's not something that I absolutely have to do. Should I? Probably. But it's been like super duper cold, and I just don't want to take them out in the cold, So, but I am definitely keeping an eye on both of them, and if either one of them show any signs of needing any kind of vet care, I would most definitely get them in to be seen for sure. And trust me, I'm watching both of them like hawks, and so are the girls. So if anything ends up seeming like it's out of the ordinary, we will definitely get them taken care of for sure. But right now, everything is like so far so good. Everybody's healthy and happy. Sorry guys, my camera on this laptop keeps going dark and then light, and Josh actually has his ring light thing that he uses for videos sitting on the fish tank in front of me, like focusing on me because he thought maybe that would help a little bit, but it doesn't really seem to be doing any good at all. So, and I don't know how to turn it off, so it's just gonna sit there and do nothing really, because whatever, I don't want to try and shut it off and mess something up, so it's just gonna sit up there and just be on, whatever. Yeah, I know that a lot of it does have to do with that window being behind me, but this is kind of the best place for me to sit where you're not going to see people walking back and forth from room to room while I'm live and all of that. This is the spot that just seems to work out the best. So, it's okay. We see you fine. Okay, Good. It's just, maybe it's annoying me more than anything then, because I see it get really bright and then get really dark, and it's kind of frustrating, but a baseball bat will shut it down. And then he would probably take that baseball bat to my kneecaps, because I think he paid pretty decent penny for that light ring thing. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't cheap. So he would probably take that baseball bat to my kneecaps, and I like to walk, so. Oh, Adele, he would still figure out a way to squeeze behind me to do it if he wanted to, but it's just, no, right now he's actually upstairs, and I don't know if he's even watching or if he's up there playing video games and waiting on me to be done so that we can get back to moving tanks. But he would definitely figure out a way to squeeze behind me and still make faces if he wanted to. He's done it before. And so has Mini Metalhead. Oh, I guess that's true. He would have to get the baseball bat away from me first. He'd figure out a way, trust me. I feel like it's not worth it. Just let the thing stay on. It's really not bugging me. So, it can stay right there. It's fine. Oh, I guess another thing that we did actually yesterday after we got done with our eye appointments, because our eye doctor is actually in the mall, which I thought was kind of weird, but it's fine because it was totally worth it. We walked around a couple of stores, and then we walked past Bath and Body Works, which I absolutely love, and they had a buy 3 get 3 free sale. So I introduced the girls to Bath and Body Works and all of the yummy different types of lotions and body scents and stuff you can get. These are the 2 that I ended up getting, which is really funny because Junior Metalhead got those exact same scents, and then Mini Metalhead picked out 2 body sprays that she picked a lotion and a body spray that she really loved. They had never been able to actually go into Bath and Body Works and like smell all the different smell goods and pick on their own. But since it was buy 3, get 3 free, we each got 2 items of our choice, and they absolutely had a blast walking through there and picking stuff up. Picking their own things out, I should say. A geek boy, I think I'd rather go blind rather than stepping foot in a mall again. No, normally I would agree with you. I absolutely hate going to the mall. I hate being around that many people. I don't like being around big crowds. I've worked in that mall before, like around Christmas time, and it's absolutely just a madhouse. But I made our appointments in the morning for when the mall first opened up, so it was just full of a bunch of senior citizens walking in circles, like getting their exercise, because that's what they do around here. And so by the time we were done, there really wasn't very many people in the mall. We were able to just kind of get through with no issue. Patrick Hardy says, I bet the one that says Japanese is made in China. No, it's actually made at their distribution center in New Albany, Ohio. But that would have been pretty funny. That would have been absolutely hilarious. Yeah, so, because of our eye doctor being in the mall, anytime that we have to go in for any kind of, eye appointments or whatever, I'm going to make sure that we do it like that in the morning, when you don't have to worry about all of those crowds, because, yeah, I am not a fan of the mall. I'm not a fan of peopling. I'm not a fan of big crowds like that, unless I'm at a concert where it's, outside or whatever, where I can stretch out. But in a mall like that, when you're packed in and you're like sardines, and no, not a fan. But we did it right. We went early in the morning when we didn't have to worry, so I'll just keep doing it like that. No big deal. So this other one, Champagne Toast, was actually also made at their distribution center in Ohio. So it's local, at least. And these are dermatologist tested and not tested on animals. So, two other good things, I guess. Mark Searleson says shopping malls are the work of the devil. I agree. I agree. I think as a teenager, I liked going to the mall because, you know, you were going with friends and having fun, hanging out and going through all the stores and giggling at stuff and whatever. But as an adult, not a fan. Ricky says, I need people to function. I didn't do well during quarantine. And I get that. And I think a lot of people had that problem, you know, not being able to be out and socialize. You know, it was hard for a lot of people, but for me, it really wasn't too bad. I mean, I am a people person. I like social gatherings, things like that, but most of the time, I'm just a homebody. We stay at home a lot, so it didn't really bother me too much. Bewizzle, I hate going to the mall nowadays. Yeah, me too. But to see my daughters so excited and pointing out all the stores and, you know, dragging me in this store and saying, look at all this cool stuff we saw the last time we were here, or hey, can we go in there and look around? It was like, okay, you know, you just kind of, you suck it up, I guess. I mean, that's what I did. It was exhausting, but I did it. Muppet, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you in here as well. I'm running out of things to talk about, so I don't know that I'm going to be on too much longer. Ricky, with you saying you like to be around people, I don't know if you really would have been that excited because, like I said, at the time that we went, there really weren't a lot of people there. Like when we went, the mall was just opening up, stores were just starting to open, so you know there were like no crowds. There was a group of maybe 10 or 15 that walked into the mall at the same time that we did, but it was a group of people that went so that they could walk around the mall together for exercise, because why pay for a gym membership if you can just walk around a mall for free early in the morning when there's nobody else there? And a lot of them were hightailing it too. Like, we almost got ran over a couple of times by some of these old people. It was like, holy cow. They were definitely getting their exercise time in. It was pretty entertaining to watch. So yeah, not really anything else exciting to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming up, but it's stuff that we're either going to probably talk about Monday night, or it'll be stuff that'll be upcoming in Josh's next video that we are currently working on, and we'll probably be recording today and tomorrow, and then he will get it put out there. Ricky, yes, no, I am so serious. This one guy, like, we weren't really walking too fast because we pretty much knew where we were going and we knew that we were early. So it was like, okay, we're just gonna like walk to get there. And all of a sudden I heard feet behind us, and then like this guy like shot past Junior Metalhead and about knocked her over and was just like really getting in it. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious. He was hauling the mail. And then there was this other adorable little old guy that like walked past me and was like, good morning, and had his headphones in and just kept going. So Mark Sorrelson, I don't know if you're even going to be familiar with this flavor or not, it's from one of our local vape shops called Amazing Vapes, and it's called Gentleman's Juice. Please keep in mind that this is a family friendly stream, so but yeah, it's called Gentleman's Juice. And it's like a almost kind of like a snickerdoodle cookie type flavor. So really good flavor. Shut it, Matt. Family friendly show. I know. I knew as soon as Mark asked me what the flavor was and I had to say it, I knew somebody was going to say something. So that's what they call it. But it's like, seriously, it's like a snickerdoodle cookie. Yes, I know. Every single one of your thoughts went completely dirty as soon as I said that. Believe me, the first time that I read it on their list of all the flavors that they had, I had to step back and laugh because I was just like, "Oh my goodness. That's not the best name." It's not the best name for a vape juice. I'm just saying. I mean, could you imagine being a dude going in and saying that's the juice that you need? But anywho, family friendly, here we go. Changing the subject. Ricky, yes, I know that's why you guys need that Saturday night stream again. And I think Josh is thinking about doing it, but not being an every Saturday thing. I think he wants to maybe do like once a month or like once every 2 weeks. Just because every time that he's done it, the stream has gone. I think the first time it went for like 6 hours. The second time it went for like 4. And then he wakes up the next day and he's tired and dragging and, hurting from the night before. So I know that he's been thinking about starting it back up again. It's still kind of up in the air. I think he's still a little bit undecided. But yes, I agree. Y'all need something. And things do get a little more rowdy on his stream than mine, but I just try to keep mine family friendly because I need to actually start finding guests to bring up again. But if I don't, I still want to keep it family friendly and talk about the things that my family is, doing, or what me and our daughters, I can't speak, me and our daughters are doing with our fish and our tanks. So got to keep it lighthearted and fun, but keep it clean. Which isn't always fun, but it's another story. I did have something else that I wanted to mention to you guys, and now I don't remember what it was. Yes, Mark, I agree. That is what ladies night is for. I actually went up on panel one time, and those ladies are crazy. Love them to death, but holy cow, ladies night is insane. Thank you, Adele. She says, you can filth it up in my streams, let Jess have her clean stream. I try. Oh my, 24 hours of drinking Franzia box wine. Like for a full 24 hours? Like non-stop drinking for 24 hours? Holy crap. First of all, that would be a lot of wine in 24 hours. And I could not imagine the hangover after drinking that much wine for a full 24 hours. Holy goodness. Okay, well, kudos to you and your college buddies for doing that. Ooh, and then a Yuso natty party, drinking 24 hours of drinking natural light beer. Ugh. Okay. Patrick Hardy, I'm with you. Like 24 hours of drinking coffee? I'm down for that. I mean, it's going to keep me awake anyway, right? Might as well. I couldn't imagine 24 hours straight of natural light or box wine. 24 hours straight of just drinking alcohol would not be pretty at all. Goodness. We would start Saturday early morning and would end Sunday the same time. Woof. Kudos to you for that. That's definitely not a party I want to ever go to. I'm just saying. Yeah, Adele, I agree. That's just. And then, stopping early Sunday morning, then you have to have all that time to sober back up. And then, there's work involved or college courses involved or, oh my goodness. Mark Sterlson, I agree with the coffee addiction thing. I used to be pretty bad about it too, and now I only drink like 1 or 2 cups of coffee in the morning when I'm at work, and then I switch over and usually drink Pepsi. Some days I'll drink water, but yeah, I used to be like first thing in the morning, make a pot of coffee, and by noon be making my second pot of coffee to get through, and I don't do that anymore, thankfully. But I was definitely pretty bad about drinking a lot of coffee. Didn't really realize it until I finally figured out that I was spending a lot of money on coffee, and at the time was the only coffee drinker in the house, and was like, okay, yeah, we might need to slow down just a little bit. Yeah, Matt, coffee is definitely life, for sure. I definitely still drink it pretty much every day of the week, but yeah, see, Adele, that's what I'm saying. There were days when I was drinking 2 pots of coffee a day by myself, and we're talking the 10-cup pot, like the big pots of coffee. 2 of those a day. It's a lot of coffee. I'm sorry, 6 to 8 quadruple espresso shots a day? How did your heart not explode, sir? Quadruple espresso shots. That's that's a lot of caffeine. Oof. Patrick Hardy, I agree. In the summer, I love iced coffee. Obviously, in the winter, it's got to be hot coffee. I do put a couple of ice cubes in it just to cool it off enough that I can actually start drinking it right away and not scald the back of my throat or my tongue. But yeah, in the summertime, I definitely love my iced coffee. I have not gotten my girls to really care for iced coffee too much yet, but they love coffee too. I'm a sucker for latte floats. Ooh, that sounds really good. Latte float definitely sounds really good. And we went from talking about fish to talking about coffee. Mark says, I did have a heart attack 11 years ago, which was one reason to slow down. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but that is a lot of caffeine for your system. And I mean, anymore, if I have more than 2 cups of coffee, and when I say cups, I mean like 40-ounce tumbler mugs Once I have two of those, my heart rate is increased so much and I start getting dizzy, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay, stupid, it's time to stop drinking coffee for the day. You've had way too much. And on those days, that's when I go from the coffee to the water. Because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have something to get my heart rate back down to normal. But that I could definitely see that being a big reason to slow down on coffee for sure. Patrick Hardy, been drinking coffee since the fourth grade. My mom used to put coffee into a sippy cup for me when I was like 2 years old because I was constantly stealing her coffee. So, coffee more than likely is in my blood. I've been drinking it forever. American coffee, not really that strong. I mean, you're probably right. I've never had a coffee from another country, so I can't really say, you know, I don't have anything to compare it to. Adele, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. And guys, I'm probably actually going to cut this in about 10 minutes, just so that I can, um, just so that we can start doing all of the tank stuff that we were doing, and I need to get dinner going and all of that good stuff. So, rather than going to 6 like I normally do, I'm just going to call this an early one. And my mouse died on me. Not cool. Okay. Yeah, my mom definitely could not have blamed my grandma for it. From what I remember, my grandma was always pretty annoyed that that I was drinking coffee so young. Um, so it was definitely all my mom's doing. Ricky says if you want a lift me up, there is a pre-workout powder called Stem Lord. Let's just say that they're... Oh, okay. Mark, oh, you live in Melbourne. Okay. Your coffee culture is based on the Italian one. Yeah, see, um, I've never had coffee from another country. I wouldn't be opposed to trying coffee from another country, but oh, their mascot is Pablo Escobar, and it will keep you going for hours. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I definitely don't want to be drinking something that's so strong that I feel like I'm going to jump out of my own skin. I just need a little bit of a pick me up. Not like a get up and run a 3-hour marathon. Nothing like that. Matt. Go back to your tank maintenance. You are just being something else today, sir. I saw some of your comments in Stephen P's chat. You definitely put on your sassy pants today. Oh, legal liquid meth. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass. Seems a little too intense for me. Mark says, now I drink one coffee a day and for the rest of the day drink mint tea, a habit I picked up when visiting Morocco. I would not be opposed to trying mint tea either. I don't think I've ever had mint tea, but I do love tea. Yes, Jimmy P. Matt is definitely a stinker. Man, some of his comments in Stephen P's chat today had me giggling. I'm definitely not going to lie. He was definitely being goofy. Oh, okay. You shower daily even when you don't feel like it. Oh, because he called you a stinker. Okay. I get it. Well, I mean, could have called you much worse, and I'm thankful that he didn't because of whose stream he is in, but that was a good little rebuttal. I'll allow it. Ooh, Texas pecan coffee? What? See, I love flavored coffees too. And that just sounds really good. I like me a good hazelnut coffee, so I have a feeling I would really enjoy that too. I might have to see if I can find me some. Maybe. We'll see. Definitely a nice reply. I agree. If anybody has anything last minute you would like to say or ask or anything, feel free to get out there, guys. Running out of things to talk about and ready to get moving again on these tanks. Rocco turns you on to that coffee. See, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that because it sounds really good. I'm all about trying new coffee flavors. For sure. And there aren't too many that I have tried that I haven't liked. Except for pumpkin spice. I do not like pumpkin spice coffee. Pumpkin spice anything, really. Not good. Um, Ricky De Hoyos, it is set up. Um, let me check one quick thing before I say too much. Because I just want to make sure that I'm not spoiling anything. Okay, I can talk about it. Yes. Um, the discus tank is set up. It does have several different types of schooling fish in it, as well as two discus. At the moment, two discus. I won't say any more on that. But yes, it is set up. Yes, it does have several different types of schooling fish in it, plus two discus. So it's up, it's running, it's beautiful. Josh actually just did about a quarter of a water change on it today. Um, so it looks kind of gross at the moment because some stuff got stirred up in it, and it's a dirted planted tank. So, but it's up and running and looking amazing. Absolutely love it, and hopefully you will see more of it in the upcoming video that, like I said, we are currently recording probably today and tomorrow, depending on how much of the tank Tetris and whatnot we get done today. But there is a video that I believe that tank is featured in just a little bit. So you definitely should be seeing updates on it soon. And I'm not looking forward to the tank Tetris because this 150 is not light, but it's not going very far, so it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't really be too terribly difficult to move, but I'm just not looking forward to it at all. So, on that note, guys, I am going to go ahead and call this stream for the day. I appreciate all of you that came in, joined the chat, asked questions, made jokes, made me giggle, all of your comments. Anybody that might come in on the replay, thank you for taking the time to watch it. And I will see all of you same time, same place next week, and it will be a full stream. So I hope all of you have a great week. Stay warm, stay healthy, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.